guys, I didn't even have a Celsius today. This is so awesome. There's so much energy to go around. I know. Vacuum warm up. Okay, so we did Tuesday. How's everybody feeling? Not too sore, not too aggravated yet? Okay. Nobody hooting and hollering yet. That's okay. We're going to add the weights today. Today will still be a full body day. We're going to take core a little bit lighter just because we do want to do an intro into increasing the intensity levels. But if you do really want core in the future, I can make special accommodations. Don't you fret. We do have that warm up in the very beginning. We'll be starting on the ground. Yay. We're not starting on our backs, so sorry. Then we're going to go into some core work. Core is going to be separated left and right. We're going to divide those into two with a glute bridge series just so that we're not burning out entirely in the very beginning. And then we'll go into some tabletop work. There are moments where we could have the option to put the weight behind the leg, so we're like squeezing it in our knee pit. Technical term, I checked. Anyways, if you don't want to do that, we have the ball and we have bands if you do want to add resistance still and increase the intensity. But if that does get too difficult for you at any point in time, feel free to just drop the weight. Don't do any weight. It's the motion that's activating those muscles. The weight's just adding an intensity level to it. So choose your own journey here. Nobody's judging. I promise. We're all looking down at the mat because we are having so much fun struggling with movements. Other than that, yeah, we have that standing series, and then we'll be done. Today might be a little bit faster paced, but that's okay. If you need a break, take one. It's totally normal. Take a break in any movement that we're doing. Like if we're halfway through a set, feel free to take a break. Everybody has their own limits here, and we're working on increasing our mobility, our strength, so not everybody else's, but your own. You're here on your own journey. Don't worry about what everybody else is doing. Do what's comfortable for you. If you need a modification, feel free to take one as well. If you don't know what to do for modification, you can always ask me, but some really simple modifications you can do are just take the movement a little bit slower or decrease your range of motion within that movement so you're only getting half activation through the muscle group. Then you're not burning yourself out all the way. But yeah, feel free to let me know any concerns in the middle of class. Other than that, we'll go ahead and get started and I'll stop yapping. We're going to start in that tabletop position, 4-point. Shoulders going to be stacked over the heels of our wrists, and then hips are going to be stacked over our knees. Think about engaging your core here. We are in a tabletop, but the core is always on. We're going to start with that deep breathing because it is so important. Inhale through the nose, arch the back, lift the chest. Exhale, squeeze the ribs to the hips, round out the back. Inhale, arch. Exhale, round out the back. These are called cat-cows. If anybody didn't know, we do them regularly. They're just a good way to check in with your breath, a good way to prepare your mind for what's about to come, and give yourself some muscle activation in the process. So we love a cat-cow. Just do a couple more here. Really check in with that breath. You can try box breathing. Totally up to you. Last one. As we exhale, let's find that neutral spine. Deep breath, lift up through the right arm, open the chest to the wall. Reach through those fingertips, look up at the ceiling. Exhale, thread that arm all the way through. Gently lowering down on that right shoulder. Option to pick up your left hand and stick it in that back pocket if you do have that range of motion within your practice today. If you don't, feel free to just stay with that arm boxed out. Breathing through this stretch here. Every exhale, I want you to think about pulling that left shoulder a little bit further up to the ceiling, twisting through that spine just a little bit more. One more big deep breath in. Exhale, we're going to bring that left hand back down to the floor. Reach up through right arm, chest opens to the wall. And drop it all back down. If you have a watch, don't forget to start it. I don't know if I reminded anybody. Left arm reaches up, reach to the fingertips, finding that length. Exhale, thread that arm all the way through. Again, putting that pressure on your left shoulder. Option to lift that right arm all the way up, stick it in your back pocket. Feeling a deeper twist through the spine. Lift that chest a little bit higher if you can. And one more deep breath in. Really deep in that stretch. Exhale. Bring that hand back down to the ground, coming back up to that tabletop position. Curl your toes up and underneath. We're going to shift our weight back, pressing through the heels of our palms, and stick the seat bones all the way up to the ceiling, pedaling out our feet. Feeling a little bit more of a stretch to the backs of our legs. Think about bringing your ribs to the tops of your thighs. Length through the tailbone. One more deep breath in. And we're going to ripple our spine all the way forward. Stack your shoulders over top of the heels of your palms. We're going to step our left leg forward as well to the outside of our left hand. We're going to find a little bit of a lizard lunge. If this is too difficult for you, go ahead and just drop down that back leg. We're going to add in a twist and a reach to the left hand, opening up the chest to the left wall, looking all the way up at the ceiling. Thinking about sinking through your hips. Feel that stretch. Close that gate back down, step back, downward facing dog. When you're ready, let's do the same thing for the other side. Step that right foot all the way up to the outside of our right hand. Option to drop that back leg down. When you're ready, opening up the chest, lifting through the right hand, length through those fingertips, deep breath in through the nose. Think about send your right hip a little bit further back. Deepening through that stretch. On your next exhale, let's close back that gate. Step back into that downward facing dog. Option to find some stillness here, really working towards getting both heels onto the mat. If you can, feeling a deeper stretch to the backs of your legs. Only one deep breath in. Exhale, ripple your spine all the way forward. Gently lower your knees. Gently drop your hips. Lift your nose all the way up to the ceiling. Upward facing dog. Option, look over each shoulder if you want to deepen that twist through your hips. One more each side. Exhale, let's push back. Warm up over. Hope you're so ready for core. With the core segment, we only need one weight since we're isolating the sides here. We're going to lower all the way down onto our back. Make sure your lower back is fully pressed against the mat. You don't want to have kind of a tunnel. If you can stick your hand through, then you need to think about lifting your pelvic floor a little bit up further. We'll go ahead and we will start with putting the weight in our left hand. We're going to reach that hand all the way up to the ceiling. Really look for length. Take one deep breath in for me. And on that exhale, I want you to cross crunch that weight all the way over past your right leg. And then we'll drop it all the way back through center. So we're picking our left shoulder up and off the mat. We're trying to drive the left side of our ribs into our right hip. What I don't want you to do here is using that weight to propel yourself forward. You shouldn't be swinging your arm across your face to get up. You should be slow and in control using that core. This is just an activation exercise, but we have a few layers that we'll be adding on. So just keep using that breath. Can you give me 4 more? If at any point in time you do feel some pain here, you can always lower down your feet to the mat. Just remembering our modifications. Last one, slow and in control. Squeeze your core. Drop all the way back through center. This time through center. Flip your palm so it is facing your feet and gently drop your elbow down to a 90-degree angle. Press back up, use that chest press, flip the palm again to the side, and go into that side crunch. So we're just adding on that chest press to the movement that we were already doing. Get a little bit of arm activation in here. Taking it slow and in control, just doing what's in our comfort zone. You can always space off and just listen to the music. Can you give me 5 more really good ones? Can you lift your chest a little bit higher? Bring those shoulders all the way off the ground. Two more, and then we'll add on. Last one. So we're doing the same thing. Bring it back down into that chest press. Press up, cross crunch. Hold your cross crunch. Drop your left leg, extending it all the way out. Bring it back up, reverse tabletop, and lower back into that chest press. Same movement, just adding that leg extension as we cross crunch. You've got it. Slow and in control. Don't lose that core activation. Drop the weight if you need to. Can you give me 3 more? We have one last layer to add on, and then we'll move into our core burners. Last one. As we come back, before we do our chest press, we're gonna drop our right toes to the mat as we lower down that arm. So we're pressing, we're dropping the toes, we're bringing everything back up through center. And as we cross crunch, you have the option to pair that with the leg extension, or you can do the leg extension after your cross crunch. Totally up to you. Lots of coordination. You've got it. Things do get difficult at any point in time. Go ahead and just take that break. Take a modification. Take it one step at a time. We're here for 5. 4. 3. 2. 'On this next one, as you go into that cross crunch, hold there. We're going to extend the left leg out, just lift and lower. We're only going to do that single leg sweep. Can you give me 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2 more, you've got it. Last one, don't you dare drop. We're gonna bring that leg back to a reverse tabletop position. Pulse that left arm forward for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Drop it all down. Hug those knees. Give yourself the break you deserve. Get some water. We love core. In about 15 more seconds, we'll meet back through center, but we're gonna do some glute bridge work. As you work through your glute bridge, I want you to think about having your feet hip width apart. They should be within touching distance, so you should be able to tap onto either heel that you have. With this glute bridge work, we will be using both weights, so keep that in mind. We'll take a deep breath. We're gonna start with some pelvic taps. So we're gonna have our elbows tight to our sides here. We're gonna press through our heels, shift your pelvic floor up and in, tuck your tailbone. And as we press all the way up, lift our hips to the ceiling, we're gonna press our arms up as well. So drop down, tap the tailbone, squeeze the glutes. Don't let the glutes turn off. Exhale, press all the way up. Inhale, tap. Exhale, press. You got it. Really focus on that activation here. This is the simplest form of the movement that we're going to get today. If you need a modification, do not hesitate to take one. Can you lift those hips a little bit higher? You've got 3 more. Last one. Press up and hold that press. Slight micro bend through our elbows here. Make sure you do have that slight bend. We're going to drop our arms to either side. Coming into a chest fly. Lift them up. Back down into that pelvic press. So we're adding in that chest fly. Drop it down. Tap. Lift and press. Use your breath here. Don't forget to breathe. Keeping the weight even through the left and the right heel. If you're feeling this more in your hamstrings, go ahead and walk your feet a little bit further out. If you're feeling it in your quads, walk your feet a little bit closer to your glutes. This should be isolated through your glutes right now. Almost done. Can you give me 3 more? Squeeze those glutes. Two more, then we're gonna add in a calf raise. Last one. As we lower into that chest fly, think about lifting either heel off the ground, both at the same time if you can. Then drop them both as we close the chest fly back into the press and tap. You've got this. You guys are killing it. Don't quit on me now. Can you do 3 more? Last one. We're going to hold it lifted. And we're just going to work that calf raise with the chest fly. Hold that glute bridge. Don't let your hips drop here. You've got it. Can you give me 4 more? Two. Last one, back into those taps. Just tap it out. You can add that press in if that's comfortable for you. We're here for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We're not done yet. Hold it lifted. We're going to go straight into a single leg glute bridge march. Alternate lifting up either leg. Press through the opposite glute. The only thing moving is those legs. We want to move our hips as little as possible. Slow and in control. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Can you add in a tricep extension with that march? Drop those arms down and lift up. You've got this. Can you give me 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, almost done, 3, 2, 1. Hold it up steady. Give me 8 pulses, then we're done. You've got this. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Drop it all down. Give yourself that break. Hug out those knees. Feel a nice stretch to the glutes. Hopefully you got a little bit of activation going on there. All right, take that break, and when you're ready, we'll meet back for the other side of core. There's weight in the right hand instead of the left. Okay, bringing it all back down. Go ahead and lift those legs all the way up, reverse tabletop position. Extend your right arm all the way up and in front of you. We're pinching the right side of our rib cage. And we're bringing it all the way over to meet our left hip. Drop it all the way back down. Getting that activation going here. See if you can lift that shoulder all the way up and off the mat. Be careful not to swing your arm across your face. You don't want to propel yourself forward. Just want to crunch your core all the way up. You've got it. 4 more. 3, 2, 1. Add in that chest press as we come back through center. Rotate the palm, drop the elbow to 90, press back up and twist. Use your breath. Can you lift your chest a little bit higher? Three more. 2. Last one. See if you can drop that right leg, extending it all the way out. And lift back up, back into that chest press. You've only got 6 of these, then we add in that toe tap. You can take it step by step, or you can combine the movement. For 2. Last one, let's add that toe tap. As we drop into that chest press, left toes drop to the ground, press up, and twist, leg extension. You've got 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Last one. Hold that twist. We're just dropping and lifting that leg. Sweep the right leg. You've got this. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Don't drop yet. Bring that leg back to reverse tabletop. We pulse it out for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Drop it down. Hug those knees. Give yourself your break. Couple more deep breaths in, and then we'll meet back up for some tabletop work. more seconds. When you meet back in tabletop, I want you to think about having your shoulders stacked over the heels of your palms, hips are stacked over your knees. Pretend you're balancing an expensive wine glass on the top of your head, or you're trying to hold a grapefruit under your chin between your chest, but your gaze should be directly over your mat here. Go ahead and grab your weights, or at least make sure they're close by. We'll go ahead and start with that right leg. All I want you to do is flex your foot and press up. Stamp the bottom of your foot to the ceiling. Show everyone your dirty socks. Squeezing through the crease of your glute. Your core is still active here, and we're not falling between our scapula. We're pressing up through our shoulders. But I really want you to think about the glute engagement after all of that glute work that we just did. About 3 more. Maybe you grab your weight, make it handy. We're gonna add in a row. 4, 2, 1. Last one, option to add in that row. If you'd like, you can put your other weight between your knee and your hamstring. I am opting out of that option today. Totally up to you. For 5, 4, squeeze that elbow up and back. Use your lower lats. 3, 2, 1. We're gonna keep that donkey kick, but we're also gonna add a kick to an arm extension forward. Back into a row. Bring that arm forward, squeeze, drop it down, and row. Lots of glute work. You've got this. 5 more. For 2. Last one. You've got it. This time I want you to hold that donkey kick back. Bring your arm up into that row position. We're just gonna do a tricep extension. Kick it back, bring it forward, kick it back, bring it forward. Feeling the backs of our arms here. You've got it. See if you can lift that leg a little bit higher. Squeeze through your core. For 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You can probably guess what's next. We pulse out that tricep extension for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Drop that arm, pulse that leg up for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Drop it down. Got a little bit of push-up work that we're gonna do before we get to the other side, just because I didn't want you to burn out both glutes at the same time. Go ahead and take a little bit of a break. Get a drink of water. Whew. We'll have a little bit shorter of a break this time. So when you're ready, we'll meet back. We're gonna again still keep our shoulders stacked over the heels of our palms. If your wrists do start to hurt at any point in time, go ahead and just drop this down to your forearms and press up for the push-ups in the very beginning, or you can just leave it in a forearm plank hold. We're gonna stack our hips slightly in front of the vertical of our knees, and all I want you to do now is go into that tricep push-up and come back up. Super simple. 5 of these ones, get the motion, and then we'll add on. 3, 2, 1. Push up, curl those toes, come into a high plank. Drop it down, back into a push-up. 5 of these, 2. You've got it. Three, 2, 1. Let's add on, holding that high plank. You can pike up, option to end the movement here, or you can add a tap to the opposite ankle. Come back into that tricep push-up. You've got this for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. Use that core. Take your breaths. 3, 2. Last one. Hold it up. We're just going to do those taps. You can hold in that downward dog or that pike position. You can lower it down onto your forearms here and tap from here. Whatever option's comfortable for you. Continue to do 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring it back, high plank. Hold here, option to rock forward and back. You can always take this down to the forearms as well. Rock forward and back. Tuck your tailbone up and underneath. You've got it. 2 more seconds and hold. We have a 10-second hold and then we're done. For 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Drop down those knees. Go ahead and roll out those wrists. Give yourself a tiny, tiny break, and then we'll get kicking with the other side. That was excitement in your voice, right? We're gonna hit the left glute now. So go ahead and flex your foot and just stamp the bottom of your foot to the ceiling. Lift through that glute, squeeze through the core. Make sure your neck placement, you're not looking up and you're not tucking your chin. For 5. Then we'll add in that row. Just getting that glute activation first. We're almost done. We have this, then we have standing, then we have our cool down. For 2. Last one. Feel free to add in that row. Bring your elbow up and tucked tight to your side. Drop it down, feeling our lower lats activate. Squeeze through the core, use that balance. Can you give me 5 more? 4, 3, 2. Last one. We're going to add that extension all the way forward with that kickback. Row to a forward extension. Only 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Come back into that row. We just have the tricep extensions. Hold that donkey kick. 8, 7. Squeeze through the backs of your arms. Keep that leg lifted high. 5, 4, 3. Then we have pulses. 2, 1. Pulse it out. You've got it. Deep breaths. 4, 3, 2, 1. Drop that arm down. Keep that leg lifted. We pulse the donkey kick for 8, 7, 6. Lift through the glutes. See if you can lift a little bit higher. 3, 2, 1. Drop it down. Wasn't so bad. We got 5 minutes to do standing. Doing great on time. Go ahead and take that break though. If you do need it, get some water. With standing today, we do have a bit of a balance component to it, but I'll show the modification before we do that. Just because I know sometimes standing on one leg can be hard, especially if you're new to Pilates in general. Just be careful with legs today because it is a little bit of a burner, but it's so much fun. Love legs. I'm going to start off a little bit slow. Go ahead and bring your left foot directly in front of you. We like to start with our left side. We're going to step our right foot a little bit back, finding a narrow stance lunge. The only thing we're doing here is focusing on keeping our knee directly above our ankle, or at least between our ankle and our toes, depending if you want to work that quad or that glute. When you're ready, go ahead, drop it down. Press all the way back up. Press through the heel of your foot. Squeeze through your glutes. Hinge through the hips. You've got it. For 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We're going to go into that lunge and we're going to add a hammer curl. Lunge, hammer curl, press back up. We've got 6, 5, 4, 3, squeeze through that glute, don't let it give up. 2, last one, hold in that hammer curl. You've got it. Can you give me 8, 7, 6, 5, brace through that core, squeeze through the leg. 3, 2, 1. We're gonna forego that curl, but you have the option to just extend that back leg and drop down. But if you want to work that balance component, you can extend, lift that back leg. Totally up to you. Do what's in your comfort zone. Only here for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Option to add in a row with that back leg lift. If you chose not to do the leg lift, you're just going to do the row. You've got it. 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold it lifted, pulse that back leg. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Drop that leg down. We pulse the lunge for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Take a break. Shake out that leg. We're going to come back through center and do some bilateral movement stuff before we get to the other side. Not too bad. I don't know why I dropped the weights. We do still need those. But we're going to have our feet about hip distance apart. Externally rotate your toes. Send the hips back and down. Hinge, squeeze through the core. We're dropping down into a squat. We're coming all the way up and press. Drop it down. Squat to press. You've got it. 5, 4, 3. Deep breaths. 2. Last one. Let's add on. As we squat, you have the option to press up into a double heel raise. If not, just keep working that squat to press. Bend through those knees. Make sure you're not arching through the back. I know our legs are getting tired, but we really want to focus on that form. Can you give me 3, 2, 1. Lower down, holding that squat. We pulse for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Coming back up, shake it out. We have that other leg, but we're gonna smash it because we're basically done. But go ahead and just step that right foot in front and send that left leg back. Catch your breath. I know I need to. Whew. Good job, guys. We're going to have that narrow stance squat, knees stacked over ankle or at least between toe and ankle. Drop it down and press back up. You've got it. Chronic tension through that quad and in that glute. For 4 more, then we'll add that curl. 3, 2, don't lose your balance. 1, add that curl at the bottom. You only got 5. Two more. Last one, we hold it down in that lunge, just curl. 5 more. 3, 2, 1. Forego that bicep curl option to do that balance movement or just holding an extended back leg. Deep breaths. 5, 4, 3, 2. Last one, option to add in that row. Row either way. You've got it. 3, 2. Last one, hold it up, just row and tap. 3, 2, 1, drop it down, pulse that lunge. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, stand up, shake it out. Ooh. That was rough. You guys did that. Holy cow. Good job. Take that break. Shake out what you need to. The wise words of Taylor Swift, shake it off. Whew. All right. When we're ready, we'll regroup. Go ahead and take a deep breath in. Lower down. Reach the fingertips. Inhale. Exhale. Send it all the way. Inhale. Lift and reach. Exhale. Send it all the way. One more. Inhale. Reach. Exhale, send it all the way. Hold in that forward fold. We're going to gently walk our hands forward, finding that downward dog. A little bit of a breather. Pedal out your feet. Alternate lifting either heel. We'll start our stretches with the left side. So when you're ready, inhale, lift that left leg all the way up. Exhale, bring the left knee to your chest. Drop it down, pigeon pose. Be sure you're not dropping to either side. You want your hips parallel to the floor beneath you and the wall in front of you. Really stretching out the outer glutes. As you get more comfortable, you can always drop your chest down. Be sure you're not rounding out your back. Just keep breathing. You've got it. One more deep breath in. Exhale, walking all the way back. Curl your toes underneath. Step back into that downward dog. Inhale, lift the right leg up. Exhale, bring the knee to your chest. Drop it down, pigeon pose. Should feel really good for your glutes right now. You know we kind of put them through the most today. So just prioritize this stretch a little bit more. Go ahead and give me another deep breath in. Exhale, we'll walk our hands all the way back. Curl those toes, send the hips back, downward dog. Pedal out our feet just a little bit more. Option to sway the chest, left and right. When you're ready, ripple that spine all the way forward. High plank, drop those knees, drop the hips, and look up, upward facing dog. Feel free to look over either shoulder. If you want to deepen that stretch, the hips just a little bit more. Another deep breath. Send those hips back and push yourself into nice child's pose. Feel free to rotate the palms to the ceiling. Lift your forearms all the way up. Just a nice little stretch for the triceps. One more deep breath in. Exhale, let's drop the hands, bring ourselves all the way up into that kneeling position. We'll end with my favorite stretches. Go ahead and let's reach up, press the palms to the ceiling, a little bit of a side bend to the left and the right. Meet back through center, one final press. Unhook the hands, roll the wrists out. We're going to interlace the palms behind our back. Lift to the chest. Feel free to roll out the neck a little bit here. Deep breath. We're going to bend those elbows. Bring the hands to the left hip. Gently drop the ear over to the left shoulder. You should feel a nice stretch to the right side of your neck. Don't feel that stretch, feel free to just roll the neck forward and back. Look for that point of tension and just hold there until you feel the muscle release. Another deep breath in, meet back through center. I'm gonna bend the elbows again, let's bring them over to the right hip. Gently drop the right ear to the right shoulder and stretch the left side of our neck. One more deep breath in. Go ahead and meet back through center. Exhale, give yourself one final stretch. That's all I've got for you guys today. Feel free to stay and stretch if you need it, but we're running out of time. Other than that, great job today because it was definitely one of the tough ones. Next week, we'll try to add in a bit more equipment, so maybe the blocks, the bands, the ball, or the ring. I don't know yet, but we'll figure out next week. Stay tuned. See you all again on Tuesday. Have a good night.